Ooh, do you guys smell pumpkin spice in the air? It's that time of year when you've got to make some pumpkin cookies. This all butter recipe is what I'm whipping up today on my show, Cooking Maisie with June, brought to you by Macy's, the happy shopping store in Spanish Fork. Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking Maisie with June, and pumpkin cookies is here. It is time to make pumpkin cookies with all the smells of cinnamon and nutmeg. So I'm going to, now there's lots of recipes for pumpkin cookies, but this one is all butter. Come on, it's gonna be good. So I usually start out with all butter. Now this recipe makes a lot of cookies. It's got like a whole 2 cups, which is actually a pound of butter. And you should leave it at room temperature. The butter should be soft. Half of my, I'm not gonna lie, half of it is soft and half of it I didn't set out and it was in the freezer. So I try to gradually soften it in the microwave, which will work too. Another option is what I could have done and maybe should have done is grate it with a grater. So because half of it's soft and half of it's not, I'm just going to cream, oh my goodness, let me get my, there we go. See, that's the one that's getting stuck in there is the harder one. But I would rather have it a little bit like this than you know how you guys melt it on accident because you're in a hurry? So I actually like it better like that. But even if you had melted it, it would still be fine. The dough will just be a little bit more gooey. And you might have to bake it in less minutes. So I just want to make sure I get all the butter softened. Now, oh my goodness, how does I get let me grab a spatula. Now this recipe is a little interesting. Okay, sometimes I feign, I'm gonna tell you guys a little truth here. So I'm looking for my pumpkin. I just decided last minute to make pumpkin cookies and I was looking for my recipe and I couldn't find it. So I looked it up and I found this all butter one and I have not tasted it. But because when I after looking at the recipe, I said, there's no way that this is gonna be bad because it has all the basic ingredients and it's all butter. A lot of pumpkin cookies are made with oil only, and you can mix and match, but it's all butter, so I'm excited. And another apprehension I have is that it's wanting me to go ahead and put in the spices now and put the flour in last, which is a little different, but it had a lot of good rating. So, and see, here I go again. I'm gonna substitute. I'm gonna do brown sugar instead of white. Because I just do that. I can't stand it. It's in my blood. I just change things up, and I'm actually trying it on the show with you to see how this will taste. But again, I look at the ingredients and I'm like, oh, there's no way. And you know, brown sugar is so great with this is a little bit dry, but it's so great with pumpkins and things like that, and sweet potatoes, you know. So I kind of look at it like that. So you got 2 cups of sugar, and you've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder right here in the wet ingredients, which I don't know, I'm a little bit torn about it, but I'm just gonna do it. It'll all turn out fine. So I've got baking powder, I forgot to put that out, baking soda, salt, and stuff. So I'm gonna cream this first though. There have been times where I've done it really fast, and I have chunks of brown sugar, and it's not completely creamed in, and it still tastes great. You just have little pockets of brown sugar, like little specks of it, and it still tastes really good. So I mean, really, you cannot fail. I guess I could have brought out my mixer, but I kind of actually like this better, so you guys can see it better when I'm cooking. So pumpkin cookies. I'll have to give credit to a few people. This recipe, so I guess I could almost call it mine because I modified it so much. I'm going to make a different frosting on it. I'm going to make the cream cheese frosting. And there is this lady that used to make it at work, her pumpkin cookies, and she added butterscotch chips. So that's the difference. I don't know if you guys ever tried butterscotch chips in your pumpkin cookies. So you can see there's still some chunks of brown sugar in here, so I'm just gonna, it'll still be fine. Okay, now I'm gonna put 2 eggs. Okay, I'll make it a little bit easier. And then vanilla, 2 teaspoons. I'm just gonna guess here. Oh, I shouldn't guess because it's in a thing. It's about like a tablespoon. It'll still be yummy. All right, so vanilla, egg, so all the basic cookie. So you have to scrape your bowl down so you can get all the vanilla and eggs all in there. So now it calls for 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So when it comes to those, I do measure. So 1, 2, because normally I put this with the dry ingredients, and I don't know. It's calling me to do this. And cinnamon and nutmeg. 1 cinnamon, 1 nutmeg. That's a little heaping. That's okay. Love the smell. This is where it is. What do you call it? This is where it's at. The cinnamon and the nutmeg. And you can be generous. Love it, love it. And of course your 15 ounces of pumpkin, which I'm going to, so it's a 8 ounce plus another 7 ounces, so almost 2 cups. And honestly, if you put 2 cups, it'll still be awesome. If you can't find the 15 ounce can. And then you can save the extra pumpkin. If you get a big can of pumpkin, you can save the extra pumpkin for your pumpkin pancakes. And that's on my another segment. I already made pumpkin pancakes once, so you guys look it up. Scrape it down. Gosh, I see a big chunk of brown sugar. I might have to find that out. All right, I'm going to add 4 cups of flour. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna do this one. I feel like this is gonna be such a thick cookie dough. I may not add all 4 cups. And it did say that if I need to, I can just use a spoon. But it could be because the butter is more dense than the oil that you normally make, like a cake-like cookie. But with the butter, it should still be soft. I'm going to put that over here. I'm going to stir it with my spoon. Okay, so I think. See, this is the problem. You guys will have to, because I've not done it before I did the show. Why did I do that? But that's okay. It's going to still be awesome. I mean, just look at the ingredients. Okay, so yeah, that looks pretty good. And so that was 2 cups. So I need 2 more cups. So I'm not going to pack it down. I'm just going to do like something like that. And then 1 more cup. Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. All right, so I think that makes an interesting cookie dough. I mean, it's a little bit thicker than I had thought. Okay, so you guys, I am going to take a little break. When we come back, I'm going to put the rest of the chocolate chips in it and the butterscotch chips or something, or no, butterscotch chips, and then we'll make the frosting. So come back. All right, welcome back. So Steve hates little chocolate chips and things in his cookies, so I'm just going to make a little tray for him. Oh gosh, I do this every time. You guys know my kitchen. Who cares? You have been to my kitchen many times, and we just have a lot of fun, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a few of these without the butterscotch chips. But it'll be sweet because we're going to put like cream cheese frosting on it. Okay, so that's plenty for him. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some butterscotch chips in this one. I'm not a big fan of butterscotch, but it is so good in this pumpkin cookie. So look at that. So I was just thinking about it, and it does look thick, but if you compare an oil cookie, you know, when you put oil, it's more runny than a butter cookie. But it's gooey, so I think it's gonna be just fine. We will see. So I'll do this. Not very pretty, and you don't have to, you know, honestly, it's a Halloween cookie. It's all gonna be so good, no matter what size you do. So these are like heaping tablespoons. I wanna say now that they're kind of big, and I don't think you need to push it down to make it flatter. I think they'll spread out into a pretty good size. Okay, so let's do another one and put this right here, because this is why I make so many cookies, and I love to make cookies because I have a convection oven. So I can stick all 3 of these in, and then we've got a whole batch of cookies. But I don't have my kids at home anymore, so it's a little sad. So you guys come over for a cookie sometime. I don't really cook as often, except for the show now. But you know, there's always the holidays where everybody comes. I still have them come over every Sunday, and then invite roommates and things. So it's still a fun time, good times. Okay, I think that's good to start. I'm going to put this in the oven. That's good for a batch, and put 3 sheets in the oven. And now I'm going to make our frosting. So it calls for 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. So, but the convection oven actually bakes a little more quickly than the other one. So I'm going to make our frosting, which is the classic cream cheese frosting. I love this frosting. It's just so simple, and it's so yummy. Excuse me, for all my, like my carrot cake, the spice cake that has, or spice cookies like these, pumpkin with the cinnamon and all that. And so I also like to put it on, sometimes I'll even save it for like the pancakes. Put in between your pancakes and you add syrup. Oh, so good. Okay, so again, I had to, let me get my mixer. I had to thaw that in the microwave so it's a little uneven. So, and I'm gonna just do my vanilla. I'll just use a spoon this time. So it just takes about a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, there's that. Oh gosh, I need to rinse off my little mixer. So I do like my mixer, but again, like I like to use a bowl so you guys can see what it looks like in there. This has a little bit of dough on it. It's not gonna hurt the frosting. All right. So honestly, this frosting, you can freeze. So you could make a huge batch. You know, the holidays are coming up, and you can make a huge batch and freeze it, and it will be just as good as you made it the day of, and just thaw it. So So you just mix all the butter and cream cheese together and vanilla. Or you can add vanilla last, it doesn't matter. And the reason why I put in such a big bowl is because you know how I am, especially on the show. When I put powdered sugar in here, it's going to make a mess. So I guess I'm learning a little bit, right? All right, so a pound of sugar is about 3.5 cups. So, but again, you can give and take. So I'm just gonna put a little bit there. I'm gonna start out with 2 cups. Oh, see, look at me. Even with the big bowl, I still make a mess. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. I'm just a messy cook. I've had some guests on the show. They're so good. Like, they're so proper and exact. And I'm not. So it looks dry until you mix it all together. And I'm going to scrape it a little bit and then add another cup of sugar. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, there we go. Maybe next time I will pull up my mixer. So about 3.5 cups of powdered sugar is our frosting. All right, you guys, that's all it is. So I'm gonna take another little break as I finish off the frosting. And when we come back, we're going to take the cookies out of the oven and frost them. And then eat them with the milk. All right, you guys, I took it out and look at how yummy. I was, you know how we were worried about the texture of the dough because it's a little thicker, but look, it's perfect. The butterscotch chips are just coming out. I'm not gonna put Steve's in here because it doesn't look as pretty. No, it'll be good. We're gonna put frosting on it. And I also put another batch back in. It makes a lot of cookies. So you've got these and that, and there's one more tray. So this does make a lot of cookies. So I'm just going to frost. Oh, you guys, this is so good. And some people like to pipe it in, but honestly, oh, it's tender, I can tell. The dough is not too hard at all. And honestly, I think it looks good when you just kind of spread a little whimsical right there like that. So my favorite part of Halloween, I think about food. I love, you know, getting together with family, and I have a granddaughter this year. I'm so excited. And we've already got her Halloween costume. It's so cute. I'll have to post it. I haven't had time to post hardly anything on my Instagram because of, you know, teaching and life, and you know, and honestly, it's fine. I just I don't really miss it that much. I just want to share with you on the show and with the recipes that you can make. But look, this whole month for Halloween, oh, that one's a little crumbly, it's hot, it's still warm. You probably could let it cool a little bit longer before you do this. And ooh, there's a lot of frosting on that one. Some people, some of my family members that go, oh, and they're gonna pick a cookie, and they go, I said, what are you, they're all the same, and they're like, I'm looking for the one with the most frosting. So, but anyways, it's a lot of frosting on that one, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more. Anyway, so Halloween is about the food, right? And no fuss food. You can make, so we're going to, you know, you could make meatloaf ahead, you could make chili. We've got recipes for all those things. Actually, I haven't made my chicken taco soup recipe. So good, so easy. Okay, look at that, you guys. It's amazing. I'm gonna stack this up. Okay, so I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit with pumpkin spice, baby. So I'm just gonna, oh, that's a lot of pumpkin spice on that one. That's way too much. Look, I gotta go higher. Okay, now I'm gonna have to say that's a lot of pumpkin, so I'm gonna put that over here. We'll give one to Adam. No, honestly, it still will taste yummy. I have to try that one. Maybe I'll try the one with a lot of seasoning on it. Okay. So I'm just gonna, in fact, I'm just gonna, maybe I could just, gosh, it's coming out so quickly for some reason. Okay. That's so pretty. All right, there's that. That's fabulous. I know, I'm so picky, you guys. Look. Put that over. Ooh, that's good. I need one more, just for the picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pinch it on. There we go. Okay. Let's taste one. Again, I really have not tasted this recipe. So I'm gonna taste one. I'm just gonna break off the bottom of this. It's a lot of cinnamon. Ooh. Okay. This is my new favorite pumpkin recipe. All butter. It is so soft. I'm gonna break open another one that didn't have a lot of frosting. Let's look at this one. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Oh. And that butterscotch chip just melts in there. And look at how buttery and soft that looks. It is so good. Honestly, you probably could bake these for 1 more minute maybe, but I think it's perfect. See how it's a little crusty on the bottom? So good. Make this your new favorite, new tradition. Pumpkin spice. Oh, you know what? It just has cinnamon and nutmeg. Why don't, instead of adding cinnamon and nutmeg, just use pumpkin spice because it has another spice in there. Can't remember what's another spice. I think there might be a little ginger. Try that. Substitute it with 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. So you make. You guys, this is so good. So good. I'm serious. I'm not just kidding. The batter looks a little thick, but it's okay. So you do use the 4 not packed flour. Okay. You guys go to Macy's, get everything you need there. They've got everything that you need to make your perfect Halloween. So until next time, happy cooking.